Good Friday morning. 1 Chronicles 11 is a powerful turning point in Israel's history. After years of division, hesitation, and struggle, all Israel finally comes to David at Hebron and says, "Behold, we are your bone and flesh." They acknowledge what has always been true. David was God's chosen king. Saul's reign had ended. The nation had felt the instability of resisting God's order, and now the people come together in covenant submission under the new man the Lord had appointed. For years, David had been anointed, but not fully received. He had the calling before he had the crown, and he had the promise before he had the platform. Yet in God's timing, the people now gather and recognize, "The Lord your God said, 'You shall be shepherd of my people.'" Often, people are this way with Jesus too. Jesus is king whether people acknowledge him or not. His authority is not dependent upon our recognition. But peace, direction, and stability do not come until hearts willingly unite under the rightful king. Much of our inner turmoil comes from fragmented loyalty. Part of us wanting God's will, another part still liking to be in charge. We live divided, and divided hearts are exhausted hearts. Israel's been fractured under human preference, tribal loyalty, and political confusion. But unity came when they gathered around God's chosen ruler. Same is true for you and I spiritually. Our lives find alignment when every thought, desire, and plan, and even every fear, come under the lordship of Christ. Revival doesn't begin when circumstances change. Revival begins when I say in my heart, "Jesus, you're my king," and I yield. But just as important as my personal submission is collective submission. People together said, "We are your bone and flesh." They identified with David, binding themselves to him, becoming one people under one king. That is a picture of what believers do with Christ. We identify with him, we belong to him, and we become part of one body under one head. The strongest life is not the life with the most options. It's the life under the clearest authority. If there's confusion in your spirit today, perhaps the issue is not that God has not spoken. It may be that in some corner of your heart, you're still negotiating with King Jesus for authority. Clarity will come when you yield. A divided heart produces a divided life, but a surrendered heart finds strength when it comes fully under the rightful king. Lord, you are the rightful king over our lives. Forgive us for the areas where we resist your rule while asking for your peace. Gather every wandering affection, every fearful thought, and every selfish desire, and bring us into full surrender under Christ. Let our hearts be united in obedience, and let that obedience produce spiritual fruitfulness. We gladly declare today, Jesus is King. Amen.